Kids, aloha. Well, happy Sunday. I kind of missed you last Sunday. I don't know if you missed me. But I already told you, if I ever miss a Sunday, I'll do one back to back. And I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to do that. But this one's going to be a short one. And then I'll have to do something. I'll be back to finish up. It'll come full circle. What we have is three little short stories this time, I promise you. It's going to be on the thumbnail. The thumbnail is going to be the twin brothers, because it comes up three times in three different stories that these twin brothers, they didn't start out here on planet Earth. They came in from the Milky Way. Imagine that, Milky Way. So this is how it goes. When I was down in the Grand Canyon, I believe it was the episode of Giants, that one. Whatever number it is. Thumbnail down, Giants, that one. I never told you about the story that I got so many stories from those guys. I went down twice. Bottom of the Grand Canyon, a mile down. And there's some really stuff down there there's nowhere else on the planet Earth. Well, this one story I got from the guys, the Indians, the Havasupai Indians, was that this is how the story goes. A long time ago, there was a big bird. It was a parrot. It was a big parrot, and it was 50 feet big. It was 50-foot big parrot. It must have been a long time ago. I don't see any 50-foot parrots around. Anyway, the story goes this parrot was eating all the little kids and eating the people that had more experience and couldn't move as fast. So the tribe went to the twin brothers that came in from the Milky Way, and they asked them for help because these brothers, they had some special tools, magical tools. They called them magical tools. One brother had some kind of lightning stick, and the other brother had a blowgun, which he could shoot magical, whatever came out of the blowgun. Took care of a lot of negativity. So they went to them and asked for their help. And I guess the one brother didn't want to do it, and then the other brother got talked into it, the guy with the blowgun. So he goes over, takes out this big 50-foot, story goes, the 50-foot bird got shot in the side of the neck with whatever it was, falls over, and its right wing dead. It's a dead bird now. I don't know if they ate it or what, but that was the end of that story. That the two brothers that were twin brothers came in from from Milky Way. So that's that story. Now, if we go back to, oh boy, a long time ago, which would have been Mesopotamia time period, Akkadian, Babylonian, Sumerian, Sumer. These are two different towns, but that time period. They have written down in clay tablets two brothers that came in from the Milky Way. Two twin brothers that came in. One was called Aninki, and the other one was Anil. And they had these apparently special tools and powers also. That sounds pretty similar to the other guys that were over on the Indian side of town. Which, by the way, if you think about it, Arizona, bottom of the Grand Canyon, has been around a while. And the difference of time frame, we don't know. It was a long time ago. But we have two stories that are, well, I don't know about no big bird over there, but these two twin brothers had some magical power instruments that nobody else had. So that kind of caught my, I don't know, that's always had that. I've always had that on the back shelf. I've known about this for years and years and years. And then I think it was about 2007, 2008. I don't believe we had anybody rolling around up there on that Land Rover as they do now, and they're coming up with all kinds of little images if you ever looked into that. But when we had the satellite that went around, got closer to Mars, I found it very interesting when I saw those pictures. The pictures, first of all, that there was a pyramid. They have a pyramid on Mars. That they have, oh, maybe it's just a coincidence. There's a big parrot on the side of a mountain that's been carved out of the side of a mountain. It's like 75 foot by 100 feet. And it just so happens that it has green on it. So it's definitely a parrot. It has a kind of parrot beak to it. And it also has a wing that's up in the air. And it has something in its neck. It looks like a shaft of some sort. The side of a mountain. Isn't that interesting? Then if you take that mountain and you go over just a little to the left, what do you see? Well, what I saw the pictures of really amazed Uncle Martin, because this guy was like, it was a face, puffed up cheeks, face with the puffed up cheeks. Looked like somebody maybe blowing out of some kind of blowgun. And I thought, my goodness, Mars has something like that on there. I mean, we're not too far from Mars if you think about it. And were these twin brothers? Did they stop off, do some carvings up on Mars before they got here, or vice versa? I'm just saying, there's three stories there that have kind of a connection. Some people will say, "Ah, it's just coincidence," but there's a lot of things, kids, that we have in our history books that aren't quite up to date yet. And that's all I'm saying. In my, as you well know, in the past, my fourth grade is when really a lot of lights went on so many levels. When the teacher did tell me that if I want an A, just follow what's in the book. After I had already told her that, see, if I only had that information, that the Vikings were here 500 years before Christopher Columbus over at Bernanke Bay, which is now a lighthouse. So that lighthouse went off on so many different levels for Uncle Martin when I heard the teacher say, just follow what's in the book if you want an A. Oh, I know about the Vikings being here. I don't care. Follow what's in the book. Kids, there's people out there that do that, even to this day, that are giving you misinformation. Just go on the internet. Try to get truth. Well, that's where you're going to get truth or falsehood. And that's where your discernment will always come in. I guess that's why you want to have more of an open mind than a closed mind. That way you can grow a little more in your understandings rather than just being taking in everything that you get in school and just have, it's pretty much blinders because you're just going down that path. Just kind of have less blinders on and take a look at other things that come your way. Especially information that they're finding daily on all kinds of information that makes these books. You got to wonder who's writing history these days. I understand that they're rewriting history as we speak. Well, if that's the case, that means they definitely rewrote it thousands of years ago. But when you get into the diagnosing of the tablets of the Sumerians, Mesopotamians, all those little goodies, your eyes really do start to open up. Okay. I don't really have time for it right now. I said this is going to be a short one, so that's all we're going to have for you this time, is the twin brothers that came in from the Milky Way. And by the way, anytime you see Indian pottery with the it's like a little spider web or something like that, it's like black and white, and the lines are running really thin through them. Well, that's the symbology of the Milky Way, by the way. So just throwing that out there for you. What I have, excuse me, what I have for you, it'll be on the next episode. I got to go take care of some stuff. I told you I'll do a back to back. This is short. The next one might be just a little bit longer because I'll have to cover some things. And I don't want to bring it up. You know why? You know why I don't want to bring it up? Because it's a topic that nobody wants to talk about. The Nephilim. Yeah, the Nephilim. It was talked about biblically. It's talked about in Sanskrit writings. I love those Sanskrit writings. So that's what it's going to be in just a couple hours. If you can hang in there, I'll come back with more information on, okay, they've got information on it in hieroglyphics, in the pyramids. They've got it all over the place about this planet. We're calling it all different things. I guess they call it Nebu, Planet X, Tiamat. No, we were Tiamat, weren't we? Marduk. Thank you. Marduk is the planet the Nephilims came from. And it'll be coming back again shortly, probably within our lifetime. But I guess that'll be the topic. It'll be quite interesting for anybody that hasn't heard about any of this stuff that I've known about since I was in my fourth grade. So, until I see you again in just a couple hours, aloha and be well till I see you in just a little bit.